What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Clone Bois Podcast. I'm Parker. We got James here with us. Today we're going to talk about the Kenobi Series and just kind of recap it, go over that, give our thoughts and opinions, shitty or not. So,
Yeah, welcome to episode 1. We're pumped to start doing this. We are both very passionate about Star Wars, and in doing so, it's led us to make this. So we just hope that you would tune in with us more, because we're planning on making much more. But yeah, today we just wanted to talk about a little bit about Kenobi. And so at the time we're making this, 5 episodes have gone by. And so that has given us a lot of good content and a lot of
mediocre?
mediocre content. Yeah, it's an interesting thing that we've got, because there's so much good that's come out of it, and also some, like you said, very mediocre things that could have been written a little bit better, in our opinion.
yeah, we don't want to say bad. No,
Yeah.
no negativity.
Not bad at all.
Not negative
but
about it, but
could have been a little bit better.
so I guess the quick recap: episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all kind of the same story, just rehashed. So you have episode 1 where Leia gets taken by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then Obi-Wan goes after her in episode 2. Anything really iconic in those that stand out to you in 1 and 2?
I mean, I think the best parts about 1 and 2 were definitely just seeing Obi-Wan's life, just kind of prefacing where he's at, like how he cut himself off from the Force and everything, and how he's just pretty much depressed, but
Trying to find Master Qui-Gon every once in a while.
Yeah, which I thought was really cool, but episode 1 and 2 definitely could have been shrunk down to 1 episode.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
Easily.
I also like seeing Tem as the clone.
Oh,
He finally got to wear clone armor, and it wasn't just CGI'd on him.
Exactly. It wasn't just his face stuck on some CGI body.
Yeah, as good as Commander Cody looked.
Yeah. Really cool there.
I guess in episode 2 we learned, and Obi-Wan learned that Anakin was alive.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. From Reva.
Yeah.
Which at the time was kind of, how did she know? But I guess now that we have episode 5, we kind of know.
Yeah, which makes sense. Which, another thing I guess I want to touch on then is how ridiculous a lot of the fandom has been about the writing. Like, no, it's not great, but they're not being patient at all.
No, yeah. Well, I think I fall into it too sometimes. I get pissed off about like certain things that are happening, but then you got to realize it's the whole. You have to wait till the whole story comes out and then kind of give your thoughts and opinions. It doesn't mean there's not highs and lows, but because episode 4 I think was a low for me, but like you got to wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I just thought it was humorous reading through comments on Instagram of people who were just like, "This show is crap. Like, how would Reva know that Darth Vader's Anakin? And
how is the Inquisitor dead? The Grand Inquisitor dead?"
Yeah, and it's just like, well, if you would wait, there's still a few more episodes to explain all of this.
Yeah.
And people just aren't used to it. They're used to the Marvel movies where they throw everything at you at the very beginning.
Yeah, and this is everything, and you should know exactly what's happening.
Yeah. They want to know everything that's going to happen in the series from episode 1, and then just have lightsaber fights the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I wouldn't complain, but they need to have a little bit more patience there.
Yeah. And okay, so 1 and 2 pretty good. Then 3.
3 is when they.
I can't remember what planet they're on.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the planet.
They meet Tala.
Yeah, they meet Tala there.
Yeah.
And that's where like Obi-Wan finds out that they have pretty much the underground railroad for Jedi survivors.
Yes.
Which is
and
really
what's his
cool.
name's alive? Quinlan Voss.
Quinlan Voss is alive, so that's really cool to hear that. At least he has been alive. Who knows if he still is? But it's
Hopefully.
still cool to at least get a name drop in there.
Yeah.
I also thought it was funny that out of all people, it was Voss, because Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars series wasn't too fond of him. But, But it was cool to see that he was happy that he was alive, even though he literally said,
"I never did enjoy hanging out with you."
Well, it's interesting too. On that note, is like, did you ever read the or listened to the book about Quinlan Boss and Asajj Ventress?
I haven't.
It was supposed to be a Clone Wars arc, but like he turns to the dark side, and like basically all the Jedi Masters want to, like, I could be messing it up, but basically want to get rid of him, and Obi-Wan's the one who ends up like being on his side and like wanting to keep him, even though he turned to the dark side. They try to kill Count Dooku, it doesn't work. Ventress dies.
Yeah.
So, well, that's a video for another time. But
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
That'll be a cool
Yeah.
cool little segment to talk about.
Yeah. So, we didn't even talk about the Vader Obi-Wan fight.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. how do we skip that?
Yeah. Well, it's because it's memorable, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
Because, it needed to happen, I feel like.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan is a broken man at this point, and he really has nothing to fight for besides keeping Leia alive. But
Yeah.
he's also super confused why Anakin is
Darth
how
Vader.
he's alive still. Like, you left him burning on Mustafar.
Yeah. And I think too it was important because like you have to see how cut off he was from the Force, because I think too, again, the fandom expected like this big crazy battle, but he hasn't been using the Force or his lightsaber skills for 10 years.
Yeah.
And seeing that, I think that's why Vader, I think one of the things people complain about too is Vader let him go through the fire, but I don't think Vader wants to fight him at 20% of his actual power.
For sure.
I think Vader wants to torture him and crush him when he's at 100%.
Yeah, Anakin, because I personally believe that this Vader is still like 90% Anakin.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't let go of Anakin yet.
Yeah.
And I think that Anakin is very prideful. And he wants, he's like, you beat me, but I want to beat you now.
Yeah.
Fair and square.
Full power.
Like, full power.
Obi-Wan.
Like, I'm better than you. I know it.
Yeah.
And so he wants him fair and square.
Yeah.
Full power.
I think too, it was also cool to see Vader snap people's necks in the middle of the road.
Oh, yeah.
It was so sick.
What the heck was up with that?
I don't know. But that was cool. And then, so 3 was seeing Vader be Vader is always badass.
Yeah.
And then Obi-Wan gets hurt.
Yeah, it gets burned.
Yep. That was cool.
Yeah,
cool.
that was a cool little revenge sequence for Vader there. Just to be like, you're going to suffer as I suffer. Throw you in this fire that he ignited with his lightsaber, which was
sick.
dope.
And then, so they escape. Leia gets captured by Reva, which that's also kind of, how does she get to the end of a tunnel that only has one way to go? But we can get past that point.
Yeah, that was interesting, but I'm willing to overlook it.
Yeah, whatever. So then episode 4, again, I think is the low point because it's really just episode 2 all over again. Obi-Wan has to go into the Inquisitor Fortress and save Leia.
Yeah, it's episode 2 with higher stakes.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it was cool to see the quote-unquote vault of Jedi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
That was kind of chilling to see, like, even younglings preserved.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is messed up.
And the one guy from the Clone Wars. Sanube. It was Master Sanube.
Master Sanube, yeah.
Seeing Master Sanube in the vault was crazy.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple, I think, I don't really want to look up their names, but one of them was on the Jedi Council with Obi-Wan. It was one of the alien-looking dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was quite a few. And as you mentioned, speculation that people have seen Mace Windu, but I'm like, no way. No.
So.
Also, one thing that I noticed was that the youngling they show is in Reva's flashbacks.
Oh, really?
So it's like Reva has to walk past one of her best friends every day.
Dead.
Preserved forever. It's just to remind her and fuel her rage of how much she hates Anakin because she walks past her fallen comrade every day.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Anything else in 3, really? Or 4, sorry?
4, no.
They escaped.
Yeah, they escaped, and
we spent too much time on that random pilot that nobody knew.
For real. It made a dramatic death for a pilot that I don't even think we met before that moment.
No, we talked about him in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Yeah, so that was kind of funny that they tried to make that super dramatic.
Press F in the chat.
Yeah, F in the chat for, what's his bucket? I don't remember his name.
Pay respects.
What's his name?
I don't even know.
Okay.
That's how, exactly.
Just
exactly.
F in the chat and include his name because that's how important he is. That's hilarious. But then, we get to episode 5, which, holy crap.
for me, was the best one.
By far.
By far.
Like, to me, this should have been episode 3 at the latest.
Yeah, combine episodes 1 and 2.
They could have combined episodes 1 and 2 and maybe 3 and 4, or even cut.
They could have really cut.
They should have cut the initial kidnapping of Leia.
Yeah.
And just took her right to Inquisitorius.
Yeah, that would have made sense. Seeing Anakin, we got to see episode 2 and episode 3 Anakin in the same episode, which was so sick. I loved the flashbacks. I liked seeing how it, you jump from, when it started at a flashback with Obi-Wan, it would then jump to Vader, which was cool to, like, see the parallel.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. If it was Vader, it would then jump to Obi-Wan, which was cool. And then seeing Vader just absolutely tear that ship apart.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Absolutely awesome.
You cannot pass that up. Yeah, I thought that it was a very well written episode, and what I noticed as well is that the episode was written by someone different than the other episodes.
Yeah, I think it was the guy who was supposed to do episode 9 originally.
Yeah, it was written by someone different, and you could tell because it had the perfect vibe about it. Like, it was like a perfect amount of hopelessness and hopefulness at the same time. Somehow.
Andrew Stanton was the guy.
Andrew Stanton.
Yep.
Okay.
He was the one who also wrote this one.
Yeah. So he did a great job writing that episode, because it was I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Oh,
From the first shot of Coruscant of Anakin looking kind of creepily at Padme's apartment.
He's in love. It's fine.
Yes, it's fine. But then also just to the very end where Obi-Wan is just terrified that he knows something's wrong. Someone knows about Luke.
Yeah. And I guess we did get to see a lot of Reva's backstory, but the only thing I don't understand still is how that woman survived 2 stabs from Anakin Skywalker. I could forgive the first one because she's angry at him for killing her and her friends.
Yes.
But the second one, I don't understand how she survived the second one. So if somebody could explain that to me, she should and it would have been a perfect end to her character.
Yeah.
So that was kind of her whole arc. I'm mad at Anakin. I want to kill Anakin, and she gets her ass kicked.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely destroyed.
She should have died because now they have to continue her arc, like write her a new one.
Yeah.
If she doesn't die in episode 6, it's going to turn into almost like a breakup revenge. Like, she's like, I got to go work out so I can beat Vader. And
I think, too, it was cool to see Vader not even pull out his lightsaber to absolutely destroy Reva.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I love how Obi-Wan literally says to her while they're talking, he's just like, you can't take him alone. She's like, you'd be surprised what I've done alone.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, well, what have you done?
And then Obi-Wan's just like, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Have you just, thrown your lightsaber at womp rats or something? Like, it looks like you haven't killed anything in your life when you're fighting Vader.
Oh, dude. Well, and I thought it was sick, too, when he, threw his lightsaber at her. And then she blocks it, but then she goes to kill him, and he just stops it, rips the lightsaber out of her hand, and then grabs the other one.
Yep.
So sick.
I was really hoping that he was just going to, Count Dooku her there and just, behead her.
Yeah.
I just kept seeing in my head, do it, do it, do it.
Do it.
And then he just stabbed her.
Make the fans proud.
Yep. Just please, make us all proud.
Get rid of her.
There's no reason for her to be alive after that second stabbing.
Yeah. The first one, understandable.
Yes.
Second one, she needs to be gone.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they explain this one away. If they're just... Because it also confuses me because she just got run through with a lightsaber. And now she knows about Luke. So it's like, oh, well, I better go back to Tatooine and do something about this
But how?
Owen guy. Because apparently he was more important than I thought.
Yeah.
But it's like, but she was just run through with a lightsaber. She's going to have to spend, a few months in a back to take.
Well, it took the Grand Inquisitor at least, 4 episodes to come back? So...
But another thing that I've seen kind of floating around out there is that maybe after she got stabbed the first time, she was replaced with cybernetics like Fennec.
Oh.
So it might be a quick fix.
Yeah.
So because people are complaining this doesn't look like someone who just got stabbed in the stomach.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she's in that much pain.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, she got up way too fast.
So she must have some sort of cybernetics going on there. And that's probably the only way she survived the second stab is because she got stabbed in the same spot.
Twice.
And she already has probably some sort of hardware in there that's keeping her alive.
By the most powerful man in the universe. Second most powerful. Just stabbed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
So then we're going to probably see the big fight with Vader in the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this finale, I feel like, is going to blow our minds. Like, we thought episode 5 was awesome. I have high hopes for episode 6 now. Like, they better not drop the ball at episode 6, or it's going to go down as one of the most hated series of all time, which is sad because it's a great series. I've enjoyed it a lot. It's just been...
Don't choke the ending.
Yeah, don't choke
on the ending. So here's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to see at the beginning, I think we'll see the fight with Vader because their ship can't jump into hyperspace.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's going to be the beginning and middle of the episode. And then the end of the episode, they're going to go back to Tatooine. And that's when Obi-Wan's going to have to fight Reva.
Well, he has to return Leia as well.
Yeah. So he'll return Leia and fight Vader in the beginning and middle. Go back to Tatooine, and Reva's going to be like trying to attack Owen because she's magical and survived really quick. And then he'll fight her again. Either he'll fight her or she'll turn to the light side, which is probably the route they're going, which is also annoying.
Yeah, another Disney trope that's out there.
Yeah, every villain we write has to go back to the light side.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, kind of weird how they've turned that into a thing where every bad guy's redeemable, which I don't believe is realistic, but...
No, I don't think so either. I think some villains need to be villains.
Yeah, it kind of, in my opinion, takes away from their, like, the legitimacy of them being evil if they just get redeemed. Like, unless it's written well, like Darth Vader's redemption, perfect redemption.
Correct.
But, like, Reva's redemption will be just like, I couldn't beat Vader, so I need help.
Well, it doesn't make sense either because her whole thing was my anger kept me alive. So if you're not angry, like, that's why you're alive.
Yeah.
You should be dead.
So you're not angry anymore, then...
You should be dead.
Yeah, see ya.
So, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to discuss or hit?
Not really. I'm really looking forward to episode 6 and looking forward to seeing this epic duel between Vader and Kenobi, the epic duel that we've seen in the concept arts that have been leaked, and I believe that we're in for a real treat.
I think so,
and
too.
Probably some more flashbacks.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
But most of all, I hope we hear Qui-Gon.
Oh, yeah.
He's been teased so much that if he doesn't appear, then I think everyone's going to rage.
You got nothing else?
No,
I got nothing else.
That's about it.
We went about 10 minutes longer than we thought we would.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
All right. This is the Clone Bois Podcast. We'll talk to you in the next one.
Yeah. Tune in next time and let us know in the comments anything you want us to cover. We'll cover literally anything because we're just that big of nerds.